Welcome to Yeshiva Daf, sponsor Louis Nishvat, Sami Yaakov Shalom Naba Sitzchok. We're holding in Sanhedrin, Daf Yud Zayin. We're starting at Zayin with the base at the bottom, one line before the end. Sanhedrin Doilo Hoiso, that we know that Sanhedrin was either 70 or 71. So my time there, why they say 71? Because it says the Moshe Rabbeinu collected 70 skating. So how did he get the 71? Because they said the Amri Moshe Gabin, in other words, they count Moshe as well. Shalom. If you tell that, imcho bad badai, he counts 70 with you. Shivim skating, together with Moshe. What are the Yehuda going to do with that? Imcho mishum shchina, meaning they're going to come with you they're going to be, in other words, they're going to be with you, and they won't go into the oil. Why they won't go into the oil on oil moed? Because of the shchina. Now, the Rabban Amrikov knows to Itchov Masawamat Itchov Badai. There's another pasuk. Itchov together with you. Needs to be someone like you, which means at the same level. Miyuchasim u'minukim mi'ov. That's what Rashi brings. Rabban Me'akel Ma'alecho v'nos to Itchov Nafko. So another Itchov. Tell you should be equal, even though that one is we're talking about. But you saw the first psukim we're talking about when Moshe Rabbeinu Parshas Ba'alo Yisrael told the Kodesh Baruch Hu, I can't. It's too heavy. People say, I'll give you Shivas Kain. The other one we're talking about is Yisroi. Where is Yisroi? Rashi Yisroi. Speak about what? Sanhedrin Ketana. Not the 70. We're talking about the regular Dayan. If you have a Seri Gdorim, a Seri Ketana. You lose Seri Gdorim, a Seri Ketana. See what Torah, going back to the Psuki that says Shivas Kain. It says, when he had Shivas Kain, there were two people left in the Machere. What does it mean, two people left in the Machere? Where were they left from? Some say he was left in the kalpi. How do you say kalpi in English? When you do the raffle. The lot, right? When Krishna told Moshe, go collect 70 people. Says Moshe, how can I do it? Why? 70 is not divisible by 12. If I take 6 every shevet, it's 2 shtayim is 6 times 12 is 72. Every chamish you call shevet, you want to do 5. 5 times 12 is 60. So how do you get the 72? Every shish should be shevet zeh, every chamish should be shevet zeh. If I take 6 or 5, how many matil kilo bin ashvatim? There'll be jealousy. What should I do? He took 6 of each shevet. 6 times 12 is 72. Al shivim kosav zoken. On 70 of them, you're zoken. And 2 he left empty. That's what he did. Now, either Ben Yoyod already asks, why you have to have 72? If the question is how to have for each shevet, take 12 papers. On 10 of them, write 6. And on 2 of them, write 5. So 10 shvatim will have 6, and 2 will have 5.
Still you have kin.
What?
You still have kin.
No, because it will be a goy rule. So he brings this question. Okay. Bottle of Makabi, mixed it, put in the copy. Omelet, both will be kechem. Take your papers. Call me Shal of Yoda Zoket, the one was Zoket, Omak Vakit Shemayim. The Kiddush, Shmolei Kod Kiddush. Mishal of Yoda Cholok, 2 got Cholok, because he has 72. Omar HaMokoim Loichofetz Becho Ani Ma'eselecho. This is a very, very strong lashon. HaMokoim, there's one. You're now wanted by Hashem. What do you want to do? The Ben Yoda asks, who said Hashem doesn't want him? Maybe there was the last 2. That's the only 2 that were left. So what can you do? You have 72. So says the Ben Yoda, there was a special Indian that the 2 cholok came out in the middle of the counting. It didn't come in the end. So it was a simon Shemayim. You're out. It's a very, very hurtful thing to think to her, to understand. So you have to do some tshuva to be miskabel. Says you have to do chamish shkol legos. How does it work? There was as we'll see in the morning in the Gemara, there was 22,000 Levim. They replaced 22,000 Bechors. Every Bechor had to give himself as in exchange for a Levi. So the Gedusha will go out to the Levi, for the Bukhara to the Levi. But then there was extras. These extras, there's no Levi to replace them. So they have to pay. Who's going to pay? Who's going to be automatic? So the same thing happened over there. Oh, Moshe, what should I do? If I say, give him redemption, you're a leak from Dani ben Levi. No, I'm the one who's exchanged for a Levi. So he brought 22,000 papers. Cost of Alein ben Levi, 22,000 euro ben Levi. Whatever was left was 273. Cost of Alein Chamisha Shkolim. Or 5 shekel. But Lola Venos of a copy, he mixed it and put it in the copy. Take your papers. Ishaola Biyoda ben Levi, Omal Kabdocha ben Levi. Whoever got ben Levi he has a ben Levi to replace him. Mishaola Biyoda Chamisha Shkolim, Amata Biyod Chavitzeh. That's a pay. So it goes with the Goyim. Okay? So that's Nishtayu. What's Nishtayu? They were left. They were the ones that were left in the Kalpi, right? They left, in other words, they were not, according to the first shot, what does it mean that the Yeshiva Kalpi? Meaning that they were the ones that the world made dog. Why? So Rashi says, if you read the Gemara Pashut Shot, you would understand it means they were the two. Look at Rashi. Rashi says, Mishal B'yod says Rashi, V'shnayim lois v'shinim she'ochol li tololo b'yod chalak. Two of them came in chalak. V'nishtayu shti psokim she'ksuvim b'kabe she'u shel eldod u'meidot she'lo yochol li tol she'nisyaru she'lo yelod b'yod chalak. They said, I know we're going to be the ones. We're not going. It's too embarrassing. But they weren't, says Rashi. So they stayed in the Machane. So they're in other words, not like the push-up shot that they stayed in the Kalpi, they thought those stayed in the Kalpi. So they stayed in the Machane. Get 70 people. They said we don't deserve it. Because you put yourself down, you'll be bigger than everybody else. What's the greatness? All the other 70, they did a nevuah and they stopped. They didn't stop. What was the nevuah they said? As Yisrael loves, Moshe is going to die, Yeshua is going to go there to show. What they were gathered for? How many were complaining about the meat? Said no come slav. Shema kol Hashem Elokim ma'atav shedibarti b'yom kadmonim be'ad avodah nevi Yisrael hanevim be'yamim mehem shanim lavi al tzom escholem. Already did it before many years before that you're coming. Goy gumagod. So the more that we shanim el shnayim ve'ezu shnayim nevim sheistabu b'rekechod nevuachas. Which two nevim we saw they did a prophecy together. Have you oimer el. So here, it's interesting. What is the connection between these three opinions? Moshe is going to die, the Slav is coming up, and Goy Gomagog. So we can say in Babish short, this means Hashem will be a shur machshov on the daf, today's daf. This daf, very big, and I have to listen. But just to mention one Nekudo, that Moshe, the way Shmuel brings it, Moshe Rabbeinu, why is Moshe not going there? Why are they saying over here, Elder Rabbeinu is saying Moshe was not going there to show? Because now Moshe Rabbeinu distanced himself from Am Yisrael. Said, I need 70 skin. So once he's distancing himself from Am Yisrael, he's not going to go there to show. And Am Yisrael getting the slap because they're distant from Moshe Rabbeinu, they're not so holy. And Goy Gumog is going to come. I think what it means that Eretz Yisrael is not as holy, and therefore there will be Goy Gumog. It all goes together. And more explanation of that. Shomach Shom on the daf, on the old daf app. Says the Gemara, Mamar, Kol Hanevim, Kol Nistabu Posku. And they all had Nevu on the staff, every staff below Posku. We know the Posku. How do we know the other Nevim, the other 70 staff? It says Nevu in the Lo Yosu means it didn't stop. That's what Yosu means. And the article God of Lo Yosu that says by our Sinai, Chanav the Lo Yosu means Lo Yosu didn't add. That can't be. It means it's a machloikis. Two shittas. If the koil of Moshe Rabbeinu was going on without stopping or did not stop. The one understands over here that did not stop. Elod lo pasuk. Lo yosef means lo pasuk. It didn't stop. Not lo yosef, they didn't continue.
Stop.
They didn't stop, it continued. And also considered mistabim. Adai mistabim voiche. The other one it says veistabim. We did it once. Here it says mistabim the whole time. That's where Yeshua got upset. Told Moshe Rabbeinu, make sure you have to get rid of them. We'll see in a moment what it means. Oh, they said in the book, it's a book. They should not do a nevu in front of Moshe Rabbeinu. Moshe Rabbeinu is a nevi. Alavai would have been to be a novi. Why does Moshe Rabbeinu say Alavai? So they want to see more kabeh. They didn't finish the voice. Someone came and said, "Elder man doing a nevuah." Didn't say what exactly they said. It says the Gemara, my claim. What does claim mean? Tell them make them work with the tzibur. Here Tosi says a big yisoid, because when you deal with the tzibur, you become sad. And the nevuah does not come on the people that are sad. Only b'simcha. You can't be b'simcha with you in the tzibur. Look. Push nevuah some kalet ain't shchinu shoy v'tos atzus el toch simcha. Says the Gemara. Okay, so we learned in the Mishnah that you need to have, we know we have to have 10 and 10. 10 saying schus, 10 saying choiva, because it says eido. That's 20. How do I know to be another 3? Because I need to be able, it can't be based in shakal, that's for sure. But it needs to be that the bad will win by 2. The only way the bad, meaning to judge someone to death, it wins only if you have a majority of 2. So you have to add 2. So you add 2. It's still even number. If you add 1 more, that's to get to 23. Says the Gemara, you say you have to win by 2. You never can win by 2. Why? If 11 says Zakai, 12 says Chayov, Akati Chadu, it's only 1. It's either 3 or 2. Right now there's 23. So if 10 say Zakai, 13 say Chayav, he's winning with 3. If it's 11 and 12, it's only 1. So how can you have 2? Talking about when you're adding more people, according to everybody. Why? When you have a dad who says, I don't know the halacha, you have to add somebody else. So now you have 1 more. Right? So you add 1 more, 2 more, and with that you get to an even number. And right, as Rashi says that if you have 11 say is Zakai, 11 says Chayav, and 1 says I don't know, so you add 2 more, not 1 more, 2 more, and now you have basic shackle because you had 2 to 22 because 24. So now you can have a majority by 2. Or Sanhedrin Doila, and you're going to go to Abudah that holds how many dayanim you have in Sanhedrin Doila? 70, not 71. So then you can have a majority of 2. Before I add to this, when I do Moisifim, I'm going to make it an even number. Why? Because if I have 11 against 11, 1 says I don't know. So how many do you add? 2 more. That will be 24. Something more pshito. Yeah, that's what you said. How the table I do when you're there command the Isidami. Maybe not. Maybe the one who says I don't know is not disqualified. He said I don't know, but if he comes and says, you know, I thought about it, I have a new svar to say, maybe we do count it. So maybe it's not really 24, it's 25. Because I have the original 23 plus 2. The one who says I don't know is disqualified right away. The Yom time he says a reasoning lo shaminili. So go on, big say. In Bezin, see, they all say is chayav, they let him go. My time, What is the Lana's din? We know when you have Beis made a decision to kill somebody, they don't kill him right away. You have to let him. You have to sleep with him one night. Why? Because they have to think about it. Maybe they make a mistake. And here there will be no more. Nobody is going to see a schos because everybody said he's chayav. So you have to let him go. Get back to that in one moment.
Why do you have to let him go if everybody says chayav?
Because you need to have some argument. We'll get back to that in one moment. I want to get back to that in one moment.
They could have argued among themselves and they said,
once you get, if everybody agrees, talk about if there's an argument, they made a vote, and you have a majority, then you do kill him. Talk about that everybody agrees, he's chayav. Listen, let's continue two more lines and get back to this nekudah. People that are tall, bali chachma, chachamim, bali mari, they look good, bali zikna. They have another way of either means sekon chachma, they have tzuras upon him, bali kshofim, they know kishuf. Why? Now, why do they have to do kishuf? So they can be able to fight the ones that are using witchcraft. And they know showing the Sanhedrin, Shamas, PM, and Turgamon. The Sanhedrin should be able to hear the people talking, they'll know the language right away, with no translator. Only someone who knows, who is able to say that a sheretz, which you know is tameh, is tar. I can tell you. I can make it tar. How? So what have you done with base? Tar nochosh kills. Interesting couple here. Nochosh kills. He caused a lot of tumah in the world. When a person dies, he causes tumah. He doesn't cause tumah of a sheretz because a sheretz is only a worm, not a nochosh. Sheretz she'enu meimi yisumai betumah einu din she'atar. So of course the sheretz should be tar. That's not true. A thorn. A thorn can kill. It doesn't cause tumah. So the fact that something kills the cause tumah. It's interesting couple things. Tais here. There's Tais trying to explain a little bit more. Tais tells the question. You say you need to have a dayan who says the sheretz can be tar. Meaning you can say a svar, why is it tar? It says Tais says that is a pilpul shalhava. Look at what Tais says. Kosher b'rutan demalu b'charifu shalhava l'tar sheretz shator timasu. Tais says it's tabit. So what do you need it for? So you have a big yisoid. They really brought down the Ma'aral, Dushal Torah, and the Shmuel says in their Sugya, they say things like this. There's nothing in this world which is pure good or pure bad. This world is toivera. Everything. Even the best person has some negative. And even the worst person has some positives. There's no pure bad or pure good. It's always combinations. Is Eitz Hadas Toivera. So that's why you can't, if the Torah says that the sheretz is tabeh, it's tabeh, but there will be a reason to be tar. The way the Shem Shmuel brings it, says everything in the world has some nitzitz kedusha. There's something good in it. I have something in it. Something has to be good. And as Tzaddik HaKohen says, that's also the pshat in the previous Gemara. Because the Gemara says, if Beis Din say, that all the Beis Din says there's Chayim so he's potter. Why? Because that can't be. There has to be some tzad. Why you have Shimi people in the Beis Din? Because Shimi Polim LaTorah. 70 ways to understand the Torah. You can't find even one way where he's potter. Something is wrong. Because there's no pure evil in the world. It has to be a combination.
There is no.
We'll leave that.
That time.
Says the Gemara. Every city, any city, doesn't have at least two people that know 70 languages. And one, even though he doesn't know how to speak, he knows that he can understand. You can't have Sanhedrin, you need to know the languages. So there's three people that know languages, and Yavin there were no four. Who was that? Rabbi Lazar, Rabbi Shua, Rabbi Akiva, the Shimon Atibni Dan Lifnei Makaka. Shimon Atibni was either younger, wasn't a Rav, wasn't an Smicha, he was in the ground. If you have three that know Shivi Lashon, so that's a good chachma. That means that's like what you need. If you say it's already great. Actually, you need three. Says the Gemara, Shlish is Lamal Yimeno, 2 is enough, 3 is Lamal Yimeno. Now the Gemara mentioned that Shimon Atimni died in Makaka. So now the Gemara, by the way, is going to go on and say the list of people that we have with these nicknames, they're called in a certain way in the Gemara. And this is a big, this Gemara, Sanhedrin Daf Yud base, is very famous throughout Shas because of these rules we're going to learn right now. It says the Gemara the following. Lemeidim lifnei chachamim. Who is, when you say in the Gemara that there's someone here, Lemeidim lifnei chachamim, who's that? It is Levi Rebbe. Levi learning from Rebbe. Danim lifnei chachamim, not learning, but Danim is Shimon ben Azai v'Shimon ben Zoimo v'Chana Mitzri v'Chananyo ben Chachinoy. These 4. That's Danim lifnei chachamim. How many? It's like Mati Chamisha. He says that you have to add one more. Who's the one more that he adds? Shimon Atimni. So it's Shimon b'Shimon, because there's Shimon Atimni, Shimon ben Azai, Shimon ben Zoimo, Chanun v'Chanan. Rabbi Seinu Shmuel, who's that? Rabbi Shmuel. Remember it says Rabbi Seinu Shmuel, it means Rabbi Shmuel. Rabbi Seinu Shmuel, so who's that? Rabbi Abu. Who is Dayoni Goylo? Karno. That's who it was. Who's Dayoni there to Israel? Rabbi Ami v'Ravi Asi. Who is Dayoni de Popodisa? Rapopo bar Shmuel. Who is Dayoni de Nardo? It's Rav Ada bar Yumi. That's who it is. Who is Sabi de Surah? That's Rav Huna v'Rav Chisda. Who is Sabi de Popodiso? Rav Yehuda v'Rav Ina. Who is Charifi de Popodiso? The sharp of Popodiso? Eifo v'Avimi mirach. Who's Amoroi de Popodiso? Rabbo v'Rav Yosef. Amoroi de Nardo? Rav Chavo. Now, in our Veloy Matru, who's that? Right by Rebbe. Now, Amri Beirav, who's that? Rav Huna. So we have Omar Rav Huna, Amri Beirav. We saw Rav Huna, Amar Rav. Hello, Rav Amnuno. Now here's a big look. The Hello comes to say what? That it's, do we say that Amri Beirav is not Rav Huna, is Rav Hamnuna? Or the Amri Beirav is, or that the quote that we said Amri Beirav, the Omar Rav Huna Amri Beirav, you have to say Omar Rav Hamnuna Amri Beirav. Amri Beirav, who's that? Rav Yirmiyah. Who's Shonchu Misam? They sent from there very so. Who's that? Rav Yosef Achina. Who is Machachu Alov Marov? That's funny. They make fun of him in Marov. It's a sweet person. That's a blazer. So about Shonchu Misam, the Rav Yosef Achina, we found that it says Shonchu Misam in the name of Rav Yosef Achina. You see, it's not the same thing. Elaipol. Shonchu Misam is a blazer. Machachu Alov Marov, Rav Yosef Achina. That interesting list. Different names, different sentences we said, and they'll tell you where it is. So the more Vekama you have a year, the Yerul Sanhedrin may have Esrim. First sheet to hold, you don't have a Sanhedrin Tana, he'd have 120 people in the city. May have Esrim, may have the time. What's 120? Esrim Vishloisha can get Sanhedrin Tana, 23 to be Sanhedrin. Sholosh Shurish Vishloisha. You need to also have the option to replace them, right? You have to replace them. So the alternates. So you have to have, I'm going to see later, so you have to make sure, so that's have three layers. So you have 23, and another 3 layers of 23, 23 times 3 is what? 69. 69 plus 23 is 92. Every city, big city, needs to have 10 people that you pay them to be in shul the whole time to make sure there's a minyan.
And then just a minyan, not the shop alone, we're sitting alone.
Just a minyan.
Just sitting there alone, okay.
Just a minyan. Harei may have it at rich rate. That's 102. Now, in the base, you have Shnei Sofrim, 2 people that describes. Shnei Chazonim were the one that take care of all the Beis Din and Yonim have to do. Right? The Shnei Baalei Dinim are, you have to have someone come to Beis Din. The Shnei Eidim, you have to have 2 Eidim. The Shnei Zoymimim. Why? Because you have every day when the Eidim go to Beis Din, they should be afraid that maybe there's 2 people that will come and speak against them. The Shnei Zoymimim, Harei Mea Ba'abos. That's 114. The Tanyo. Maybe you have Zoymim as well. Okay, good question. Every city has to have the following 10 things. Which we already mentioned. Kuba shel tzedakah is being collected by 2, being given out by 3. Rashi learns it's 5 different people. 2 are collecting, 3 others are giving. The Yad Ramah asks, so the Rashi, why? Why can't it be the same 2? Just add 1 more to give it out. So Rashi learns these are another 5. Basically, you have to have a shul. Basically, you have to have a bathhouse. Basically, you have to have a bathroom. And now you have to have the following jobs. Roife, a doctor. The Uman is someone who draws blood. The Lavlar, who is a scribe. Rashi doesn't say the Yisrael Tovach. Umelav Tinoik is the one who teaches kids. Says Rashi, that all could be the same person. He could be the butcher. He could be the doctor. He could be the one to get the blood. He could be the scribe. And he could be the teacher. So that's 4. So that's 1. Plus the 5, the 2 kill tzedakah, 3 give it out. You have 5. You have 6. That's how you get to 120. Then we show you about different cheshbonim. So we show you count each one alone, and then they put together the 2 and the 3 of the guys that collect tzedakah. You have to have also fruits in the city. The fruits lighting up the eyes. So the Gemara says, why it's 120? Where's that random number 120? You have a cheshbon. You have the Beis Din, people from the Beis Din, the scribes, the people. You fill up the city, everybody has a job. So you have to have 230. Why? Because you have to have 1 for every 10. Like we had by Moshe Rabbeinu, Sarei Asoris. So for 230 people, you have 23. So what Tanya, Rebbe says, you need to have. We have Yitchesem Daf, Ma'atayim Mishivi Mishiva. 277. Why? Why 277? It says Rashi, Ma'atayim Mishloish Shikam Nechemri. He agrees, it's to be 230. If it will be 10 against 11, so we're going to go and add until you get to 70. What? Yeah, 11. And one says in Yudea, so now you're going to add more until you get to 70. So right, can everybody with you? You have to get from 13, you have to get to 70. How much you have to need? Actually, for 23, you have to get to 70. How much you need? You need to have 47. So you have to the 230, another 47. 48. Like Asha, I reviewed the Rabbanon. Depends if you're getting to 70, you're getting to 71. So that's the number of judges that Moshe Rabbeinu appointed. Why? Because you have 600,000 Jews. So for every 100, you put 1, that's 600. So how much is that? 6,000. So 12,000. So you have to for every 10, Sheshes Riboy, which means 60,000. Ninsu Dayoni Yisrael Shiva Riboy Shmunas Lafim V'Sheshbus. They come out to be 78,600 Dayon. So this takes 1 second. But once you made judges, so they're discounted for the number. If I have 600,000 and I start taking out, you think you already it's less than 78,000. So one answer to this says is no, the Dayanim, you don't take, you have Soria, you make Soria Asoris. From the Soria Asoris, you make a Soria Chamishi. From the Soria Chamishi, you Soria Bears. From the Soria Bears, Soria Alafim. I mean, it's not more, it's not just the number of jobs that you have. That's what this is. One answer, and there's more answers to it, but we'll leave it with this question. The Gemara here, there's a cheshbon that comes out to be the number based on what we said. And with this, we end the first paragraph of the Sanhedrin. How do the Mominis? How do the Mominis Beis Hashem? Shabbos Beis Hashem will start the second paragraph. Good Shabbos.